I was very unwell for, I don't know, 20 years, let's say 20 years. And I started this journey when I was 25. I'm now 58, and I'm really proud to share that number. What happened was, I didn't want to be in my body, and I know there are so many people who all say, I want to go home, with a capital H. I don't want to be here. I shouldn't be here. This is not my home. I was one of those people. I was out there. I was searching out there for the solutions to be well. And the more I searched, the more unwell I got. And people, you are going to relate to this. Here's what I had this revelation. If I want to be well, I have to have all of my essence in my body. If you want to call it your essence, your soul, whatever it is, there's this alchemical magic that happens when your soul or your essence is fully present in your body. And then you've got enough juice to do the healing that you need to do. But if you're out there, out of your body, searching for that thing that is actually inside of you, you're leaving a skeleton crew of your essence in your body, and you are going to get sicker and sicker and sicker because there's not enough vitality and juice available for all of your cells to do the thing that they need to do. So I went on retreat to America in 2001. When I had that revelation, I came home and I thought, you know what, Julie, all you have to do is live an ordinary life in an extraordinary way. And that is moment to moment. And that's what I'm doing. So how do I know that this works? Because I like evidence. I was born with a cafe au lait birthmark on my arm right there. It was about 3/4 of an inch or 2 centimeters right there. So it was recorded when I was born. I had another one down on my leg, which grew after I was born. Now, I know from family medical history that those cafe au lait marks, they're actually a sign of your body growing tumours. I used to grow lots of tumours. I've had cancer, I've had bowel tumours, you don't need to hear about that. But when I made that decision, all I had to do was be happy and be fully present in my body, moment to moment. Guess what? One day I looked at my arm and my birthmark was gone. So I don't grow tumours anymore. The mark on my leg's gone as well. So there's my evidence that by being fully present in my body, I have changed the direction of where I was going. And I can honestly say that how I am today is the most well I've ever been, even as a little one. Naturopaths have looked in my eye and they've said, oh, Julie, you were born with a weak constitution. You were born to experience not being well. But I didn't accept that. So I've spent 33 years figuring out ways that I could work with my holographic body and improve my physical body. And I'm pretty proud of what I've achieved. Okay, so how can you work with me? You can buy my book, which has got 66 processes in it, from how to protect your energy, how to cleanse your energy. Really important, guys, to do that. It's got healing templates in there or protocols that I've developed. And there's one really amazing one in there that is about how to switch on 4 more codons in your DNA so that you have perfect immune system. That is probably one of my most favorite techniques as well. How do I know that it works? I was diagnosed with pneumonia on Friday at 4 p.m. I did this technique, took the penicillin, and 7 days later I was completely clear of pneumonia, and I did not get sick again for 2 years when I went So there's another thing that you have to do is be out of polarity. So if something fires you up and you're either this side of the spectrum or that side of the spectrum, that means you're in polarity. Your body, if you want to work with your DNA, you can't. You need to be out of polarity, which means you say things like, oh, well, it just is, that's okay. And you're not having those big swings of polarity. And when scientists mapped the being out of polarity, guess what they found? That exactly matches the DNA spiral. So when you're out of polarity, it's a bit like the holographic body and the physical body. You go like that, you can actually change your DNA and you can be really well. So that to me is really exciting. So I've got techniques like that in the book, and I've shared the exact template. You do not have to come and pay me lots of money to learn my stuff. If you can read a book, follow the process, you can do what I've done. Yes, there are other ways that you can work with me. You can book a one-on-one session with me. I do them by Skype, by phone. People come to my home. I've got a lovely little healing room. I have a CD that I developed for before, during and after surgery. And that was created because one of my clients who had breast cancer had been learning my processes in a meditation class. She said, Julie, the world needs to have this. You got me through waking up in a panic, in recovery, or in intensive care, and I couldn't breathe. And all I thought of was your voice going, take a deep breath in, draw that breath all the way up. And she said, people need to hear that. So she loaned me the money to go into a recording studio, buy it, record it, and produce it. So that is available, and that is amazing. And I do service with that. Anyone in the world who is having surgery, you are welcome to write to me, and I will grid the operating theatre and bring in the archangels, the angels, the spirit doctors, put divine gold light around the doctor, the anaesthetist, the nurse, you, the patient. And doctors are saying when I do that, I am so good. That's the best one of those surgeries I've ever done. You go home faster, you recover faster, there's less bleeding, less complications. So that's the magic of my CD. I absolutely love it. That was the first thing I brought to the world. About 10 years ago, 14 years ago, I got hooked on fractals. Fractals are mathematical art. Maths is the language of the universe. And so I found this program that was free software, and I started playing. And it kept me awake until 2 a.m. in the morning, designing. So I designed thousands of images. Years later, I went, you know what? I think I need to do an oracle card deck. So I already had the artwork done. And I downloaded the most amazing oracle card deck. There's 56 cards. There's 7 bodies: physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, auric, energy, and etheric. 7 bodies matched with the 7 colors of the chakras. And so there's 8 qualities for each body, making 8 cards of each body. So that's 56. There's an exercise for each one. People say to me, Julie, I can feel the vibration when I pull my card. You can put that card in a plastic sleeve, put a glass of water on it, use Masaru Emoto's principles, transform the vibration of the water, and drink that card. You can do the exercise. You can do readings. People say that the readings from those cards are amazing. I have created an academy. 33 years of work has been accredited through the International Institute of Complementary Therapies as an accredited healing modality. So you can go to my academy, check it all out. I teach over 60 of my healing protocols. Teach you how to do intuition, how to look at the language of your body, and your body will tell you what you're doing at an emotional, mental, spiritual, physical level. It tells you. If you've got sore shoulders, I know straight away, you take responsibility for other people's stuff. Just don't do that anymore. So I've got protocols for that. Kidneys, people who come and they've got kidneys, I say to them, oh, having trouble processing something that's really emotional. And they look at me and say, yes. How do you know that? I said, because your kidneys tell me. If you want to know if your kidneys are not working properly, just run your hand down your left arm, about there. If that's sore, you need to do something about the emotion. It's saying your kidneys are not working properly. Do the same thing on this side, it's your gallbladder. That's anger, the seed of anger. So you can release the emotion, process the emotion. And I teach you all about that in the Academy. I've got some free things on there as well, some 30-minute meditations. I've got a Conquer Anxiety program where I worked out that, or I read some science somewhere, the thymus gland, it releases a hormone that looks like a Pac-Man. So imagine there's a Pac-Man mouth there. Its job is to eat stress, and stress looks like a blob in the bloodstream. So I thought, how can I release that hormone deliberately? So I figured it out. It takes 2 minutes because the liver cleans the blood every 2 minutes, and you can go from 10 out of 10 to 1 or 0 out of 10 for stress and anxiety. It's amazing. So if you want to come and work with me, go to my website, julielewin.com, and you can get everywhere from there.